These are the 15 biggest dogs ever. Number 15. Peritas of Alexander the Great. Peritas belonged to Alexander the Great and was of an ancient breed that most closely resembles the current Dogue de Baradox, or a Mastiff on steroids. Peritas was bred to be a fighting dog. There are many stories of Peritas saving Alexander's life in battle against masses of humans, one lion, and even one elephant. Peritas was ultimately wounded by a javelin, but is honored by a city named after him, and the many breeds of mastiffs and similar guard dogs that share his features. Number 14. Hulk the Pitbull. Hulk was deemed the world's biggest pit bull when he was just over 1 year old and weighed in at 173 pounds. His breeders stated he would probably reach 190 pounds when he's fully grown. A dog this large also brings a hefty amount of controversy. Animal rescue organizations are concerned about oversized dogs' welfare. Breeding unnaturally large dogs often leads to a shorter life and many health problems, specifically orthopedic and joint issues. Dogs bred for size are also at a higher risk for cancer and cardiac complications. Patrons pay as much as $20,000 for Hulk to impregnate their dog. Meanwhile, 800,000 pit bulls are euthanized annually. Number 13. Mon Ami Onder Olmechel, the Irish Wolfhound. The Guinness Book of World Records named Mon Ami Onder Olmechel the world's largest dog in 2008. Mon Ami measured 7 feet 6 inches from nose to tail. The Wolfhound was originally bred as a war dog used to drag men off horses. It was also used to hunt large game such as deer and boars. It is very lean, similar to a greyhound, and is considered a very gentle and intelligent companion. Number 12. Huong Dong, the Tibetan Mastiff. Huong Dong means big splash, something this Tibetan Mastiff makes wherever he goes. Huong Dong is not only famous for his size, but for the size of his price tag. At 11 months old, he was 180 pounds, expected to grow up to 250, and sold for 1.5 million, making him the most expensive dog in the world. Tibetan Mastiff breed have been called the fiercest dogs in the world, and was described by Marco Polo as being as tall as a donkey with the voice like a lion. Some Tibetans believe the Tibetan Mastiff houses the soul of reincarnated monks and nuns. Huong Dong resides with his owner in Qingdao, China. Number 11. Kel the English Mastiff. Kel, an English Mastiff that actually resides in England, has been named the world's heaviest dog in 2006. Kel is 286 pounds and growing. Kel is the first female to make the list of enormous canines and sports a 32-inch neck. Her neck is the size of a human waist. Despite looking obese, Kel's vets say she is a happy and healthy dog. Number 10. Gibson was named the world's tallest dog in 2004. He was 42 inches tall and weighing in at 180 pounds at 2 years old. Gibson was a therapy dog and an entertainer, appearing on the Oprah Winfrey Show, The Tonight Show, Larry King Live, Good Morning America, and even Ellen DeGeneres Show. Like Giant George, Gibson had a book about his life as well. His owners described him as more of a comedian than anything else. He had his own way of speaking and could hold a regular baseball bat in his mouth. He died in 2009 after a bout with cancer. Number 9. Boomer the Newfoundland. Boomer was given the title of the tallest dog after Gibson passed. Newfoundlands are large dogs, but the average size height is 28 inches. Boomer was 36. He was named for his large bark, but was also known for his long tail that caused frequent accidents, akin to a bull in a china shop. Boomer measured 7 feet long and was the runner-up to Mon Ami for the longest dog in the Guinness Book of World Records. Number 8. Zeus the Great Dane. In 2013, the Guinness Book of World Records gave Zeus the Great Dane the title of the world's tallest dog. Zeus stood at 7 feet 4 inches when standing on his hind legs and 44 inches tall at the shoulders, the same size as an average donkey. He weighed in at 155 pounds and ate approximately 12 cups of food per day. According to his owner in Oswego, Michigan, Zeus was unaware of his size and was a gentle lap dog that visited hospitals and schools as a therapy animal. He died in September 2014 at the age of 5. Number 7. Freddie the Great Dane. The title for the greatest Dane of Great Britain goes to Freddie, a 2-year-old who was once the runt of the litter. Freddie is as tall as Zeus on his hind legs, measuring 7 feet 4 inches. However, Freddie only measures 41 inches tall on all fours, just 3 inches short of Zeus. Freddie is young though, and may continue to expand past his current 154 pounds. Britain's largest dog before Freddie was a mere 6 feet 6 inches. Freddie's owner is only 5 feet 4 inches tall and lives with Freddie and his almost equally large sister, Fleur. Number 6. Bentley the Great Dane. Bentley is the world's largest service dog. Bentley is 3 years old, 230 pounds, and 7 feet tall. With Giant George and Zeus no longer with us, Bentley is the current frontrunner for the world's biggest dog. This gentle giant's love for his therapy occupation makes him also the frontrunner for the biggest heart. Bentley is a frequent traveler but resides with his owners in Pennsylvania. Number 5. Zorba the English Mastiff. Don't let the name fool you. Zorba is a male mastiff and was given the title of the heaviest and longest dog in the world in the 1980s. Ikama Zorba La Souza, or Zorba, lived in London and weighed in at 343 pounds. He was 8 feet 3 inches long and 37 inches tall to the shoulder. Zorba died in the 1990s at the age of 14, a long life for such a large dog. Number 4. Chloe the Tibetan Mastiff. Chloe is another mastiff famous for her size and was unofficially named the world's largest dog. She was never given a title by the Guinness Book of World Records, but at 38 inches tall and 365 pounds could not escape notoriety. Like hell, she is one of the few female dogs to gain fame for size. Number 3. Hercules the English Mastiff. When your dog becomes the fodder for many Photoshop pictures, you know you've made it. Hercules was named the world's biggest dog by the Guinness Book of World Records in 2001, and many photos later surfaced of a mastiff being compared to a horse, claiming to be pictures of Hercules. Hercules is a real dog, but most internet pictures of him are not. The real Hercules is 285 pounds and has a 38-inch neck. The Boston Herald said his most distinctive feature is paws the size of softballs. Most of the fake photos of Hercules show a Neapolitan Mastiff, a mastiff with completely different coloring and markings. Shown here is one of the false photos of Hercules. This dog is said to be comparable to the size of a horse, and while Hercules himself is sizable, a horse weighs in at around 1,000 pounds, making a mastiff look positively dainty by comparison. Number 2. Benedictine the Saint Bernard. The Saint Bernard is the 5th largest dog breed and usually weighs in between 140 to 220 pounds. Beethoven was used to be the most famous Saint Bernard, but Benedictine soon gained fame for its size. Benedictine is the heaviest Saint Bernard. At around 357 pounds, he replaces Zorba and Kel in the record books as the heaviest dog of all time. And finally, number 1. Giant George the Great Dane. Before Zeus the Great Dane, there was Giant George. In 2010, Giant George was named both the planet's largest and tallest dog. Giant George lived in Tuscan with his owner Dave Nassar. Giant George weighed 230 pounds and stood 7 feet 3 inches on his hind legs. Giant George also became one of the world's famous dogs, appearing on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and was the star of the book Giant George: Life with the World's Biggest Dog by Nassar. Unfortunately, George died in October 2014 at the age of 7.